What is the correct way to pronounce your stage name?
Poloboy Nunu.
Do people mispronounce this?
Uh, Probably the Nunu part, but not really.
Do people misspell it?
Probably, yeah, for sure, a little bit.
What do you notice people do more, mispronounce your name or misspell?
Probably misspell it
Do you correct people when they're wrong?
most of the times.
Why not all the time?
Because some people just, they don't mean no harm when they doing it. They just, a fan gonna be a fan.
Now, where did this stage name come from? What are the details of its origin?
The name Polo came from my neighborhood, the older niggas in my hood, my Uncle Nanny and them. It stands for Players Only Live Once. So, I was a young nigga and they all got fucked up and indicted, so I just ran with that shit. I've been thugging with it ever since.
And then what about the rest of the name?
Nunu, that's my childhood name. My granddaddy gave me that name. I was the last boy. I'm the youngest boy. I'm my mama kid, so they used to always call me the new baby and shit. Nunu.
And when you mentioned in your neighborhood, I think you said uncle?
Yeah, my uncle.
Is
my
that
uncle.
is that biological or are you just using the phrase?
Nah,
uncle?
he really one of them, my older people and my mom and them raised him, so, I've been around him my whole life. He just one of the originators. Mostly my whole neighborhood came up with that shit.
And what is the actual name of the neighborhood?
Brentwood, Sun Place Projects.
And what part of the world is this located in?
On the far east side of Indianapolis, Indiana.
Now, when it came to your stage name, this is something you put together yourself or someone coined the whole thing for you?
Nah, I just put shit, Polo and Nunu, I just put it together. When I was locked up, right before I got locked up, I think I ran with the Polo Boy part. It was just Lil Nunu at first.
And when you say locked up, are we talking jail, prison?
Yeah, juvenile prison. I was in Louisiana.
And for how long?
13 months.
Did you have any other nicknames growing up, by any chance?
Not that nobody, probably that I made up myself, that I used to call myself. I used to call myself like third through sixth grade, I used to call myself Lil Rascal. Lil Rascal, but it always been Nunu. Polo, the only thing really new.
And what elementary school or what middle school did you attend back
Elementary school, I went to 106, 93. Goddamn, I bounced around elementary. Middle school, by the time I got to middle school, I kind of sort of had my mind made up. So, I was a kind of a little street nigga. So I'm just getting kicked out of hella schools. I've been to a lot of middle schools. A lot of high schools. I've been to a lot of schools, period.
Now, when it comes to your stage name, you actually take the use of your neighborhood and a nickname. But some recording artists will incorporate part of their real name in some sort of manner, if not actually using it, for their stage name. Was there ever a thought on that?
Hell nah. I don't even like my real name. So and I don't like being called it. Can't nobody but my mama call me that, so.
And when it comes to your stage name, the one you end up going with, because people do mispronounce and misspell, was there ever a thought on changing your stage name?
No. I did used to think about, like taking my childhood name off, just to kind of make it more approachable and more easier, but that's me. Shit, you either gonna pronounce it right or you just, I ain't changing nothing about me.
What's the craziest thing that's ever happened with your stage name, if anything?
Craziest thing. Shit, family members starting to call me that shit. Like people who I know my whole life start calling me Poloboy. That don't really, it sound weird, cause it's like, you know me, you know what I'm saying? I expect for the fans or somebody else to call it to me, but not my people.
Do you just roll with it or do you check them, for lack of a better phrase on that?
Nah, I just, like I said, it ain't that deep. Some people just don't mean no harm. They just don't know what they doing or saying.
And when it comes to your music, has this always been your stage name or have you had any other stage names in the past?
Nah, ever since I started rapping, it's been probably Polo Boy. I got one video when I was like 14 that I ain't have. I had just Lil Nunu on there, but that's the only one.
And is that video still publicly available if people want to watch that?
Yeah, it's called Irrelevant. It's called Irrelevant. Nunu and Chopper.
And even though this has been branded for a significant length of time, relatively speaking, are there any other stage names you wish you could have changed to, looking back?
Nah, Poloboy Nunu, that's me. That's summing up everything. What I come from, you know, like who I really am. That's just me.
Asked you a lot of questions about your stage name here, but with everything considered, any regret with the final stage name choice?
No, not at all.
And for time reference, it's May 2022 now.